The bar chart shows the sales of various fruits in the month of April, that is bananas, grapes, limes, apples and oranges. Starting from bananas, its sales was just over 40% in April, and it was maximum as compared to the other categories. But in the case of apples, its sales was lowest. It was only just over 5%. Turning to the oranges, its sales was 15%, and analysis also shows that the sales of grapes was noted at 25%, and the sales of limes was closely associated with the apples. It was nearly 7%. The line chart compares the export volumes of China, Hong Kong, Korea, Singapore, Canada, Malaysia, and some other nations. The reports are given in tons. Starting from Hong Kong, it is noted that it started from 1500 tons in 2010. After a drastic decrease, it increased considerably, which peaked at 2000 tons in 2013. Although Singapore was same as of Hong Kong, its export volume was comparatively less than it. Turning to China, we can note a dramatic increase in the export volume after 2012, which crossed Hong Kong as well. The real growth in 2010 in the terms of GDP shows that there were some countries which were in an intense recession state. However, there were some countries which were enjoying the situation of boom. Starting from China, its economy was in its favorable motion. There was a growth of more than 10% in the GDP. In India, the growth was nearly 8 to 10 percentage. In Australia, the growth was nearly 2 to 4%. Turning to the Russia, in contrast, the growth was in its negative motion. There was a great recession which was estimated at the level of minus 10%. In North America, the position was also same. Basically, there are three stages of personal certification, in which the first stage is preparatory stage, which is followed by appraisals list, definition of rules and criteria, the preparation of documents, and its validity schedule approval. The penultimate stage is certification stage, which is again followed by study of documents, appraisals hearing, discussion, and decision making. The ultimate stage is the final stage, which is followed by the two stages. There is officials exercise movements, and the worker is finally rewarded with the incentives or issued with the penalty. Incentives or penalties. The given analysis shows that there was a question which was asked to the people that which animal would they like to see more, and there were various options available to them, like kittens, puppies, elephants, badgers, and sharks with lasers and without lasers. Starting from the kittens, it was requested by more than 45,000 people, and the puppies were also demanded by more than 32,000 of people. But in contrast, sharks were least requested by the people. The sharks without lasers were demanded by only 223 people. The sharks with lasers were requested by 2,000 people nearly. The analysis of the bar chart shows the US export of plastic scrap to the rest of the world and China, which is measured in the form of US million dollars from 1995 to 2010. Starting from rest of the world, after a lot of fluctuations throughout the period of 5 to 10 years, after 2005, it was peaked at the level of more than $500 million in 2010. But in the case of China, an astonishing increase can be seen after a decade, that is after 2005. It was peaked at the level of just over $500 million, which crossed the rest of the world import.